Welcome the students of class 11. Today we will discuss on the thermodynamics. It is the third part on the unit thermodynamics. On the previous classes we have known the some basic parameters of thermodynamics and also the first law of thermodynamics. From the first law of thermodynamics we have get the expression that is U is equal to U plus W. Now U is a state function, U and W is a path function because U depends only on the initial path and final path, but Q and W does not depends on the initial and final path. Here small integrals is required, and in the different path the different value for the heat and also the work. Now today we will discuss on the topic that is reversible and irreversible process. Reversible and irreversible. What is reversible process and what is irreversible process? Now, first of all, come with some example. Suppose when carbon reacts with oxygen, forming carbon dioxide and some amount of heat, that is CO2 plus heat. Now, if the product ultimately converts it to the initial state, that means the CO2 plus heat is sufficient to get back carbon and oxide, then it is known as reversible one. But here it is not possible. Here a large amount of energy is required, for which it is a irreversible one. Next, the flow of water from the top of the mountain to the sea. Now the reverse back, that is from the sea to the top of the mountain, it is also a irreversible one. So what is reversible process? So reversible process is a process where in the different state, that means if we want to increase the temperature from 20 degree to 30 degree centigrade of a system, then it is the temperature is maintained isothermal and the temperature change in very small amount, that is 21.1, 20, 20.1, 20.2, 20.3, and in every step the isothermality is obtained in the system is known as a isothermal process, and this is also known as reversible process. So reversible process, that means very small, that is infinitesimal change, and in the every step there is the equilibrium is attained within the parameters. This is known as isothermal change. So the successive equilibrium and infinitesimal change of a system from preliminary state to final state is known as isothermal one. So it can be defined as, you may write down the definition. The isothermal process, a system undergoes a change by infinitesimal amount so that in each stage the change of equilibrium is attained. When a system undergoes such kind of successive equilibrium from initial state to final state is known as reversible process. So infinitesimal change, here we have to take the concept of the mathematics, that is for small change there is, we know that it is the differentiation term where we take the small amount, that is dV amount, or very small or delta amount. Here for our convenience we should take the dV value or the D value. dV or dP would be taken for our convenience. Next one, that is irreversible. So irreversible process is that process where the ground state or the initial state and the final state is different, and it cannot be get back to the original state by using the same amount of energy or the same amount of change in the parameters. This is known as irreversible process. So irreversible process can be get back to its uh, primary state by altering the condition, but irreversible process does not got back to its original state. For example, we have given the example that is carbon plus oxygen, and also the streamline flow, heating of water in open beaker from 20 degree to 30 degree centigrade. These are the examples by which we can explain reversible and irreversible process. Now, the work done in the reversible process, it also can be get back to its original state. We know the first law of thermodynamics, that is U equal to Q plus W. Now, W can also be get back to its previous one state by in the reversible process, but in irreversible process it is not possible. We may take one example that W is equal to force into displacement. W equal to force into displacement. It is the concept from the physics. Now here force into displacement, that is L. Now force can be achieved if there is a gas. If there is a gas, this is the piston. It has in volume V2 and it is having the volume V1, and here the pressure. So by using the piston we can alter the volume, and also increasing pressure we can contract the gas. Now let us assume that we want to expand the gas from volume V1 to volume V2. So here different kinds of pressure is required in the piston. Now with applying different kinds of pressure, that means P pressure ultimately converts to, if we apply P pressure, then V2 minus V1. This is a one state process. And if we alter the pressure, that means half of P, V2 minus V1, it is also work done, but the work is different. This is W1, this is W2. And if we alter the pressure to certain amount, that is 1/3 P, V2 minus V1, it is also different. So by altering the pressure, the different amount of work is found. So it is an irreversible process. So irreversible process, the work done in the different process is different. But if we take the reversible one, what is reversible process? We have defined the reversible process. There is a small change in the reversible process. So in the small change of reversible process, we should take the dP amount or dV amount. Now work is equal to, we know that it is the pressure of into volume or pressure into dV. This is the expression of work. Now if we sum it by small amount, that means the next pressure is P plus dP, then the volume becomes V minus dV. Now altering this condition, that P plus dP and V minus dV, this is the expression of work. Now it is the PV plus VdP minus dPdV plus PdV. So this is the expression for the small change in the amount. Now the expression for getting the work for a reversible process, we should go the expression, that is, first of all P1 becomes the initial pressure and decreasing pressure is P2 is equal to P1 minus dP, and for the same volume the volume is decreased by small amount, that is dV. So we know that P equal to dV. Now P becomes P minus dP into dV. W equal to P into V. Then P minus dP and the volume change will be dV. So PdV minus dPdV, it is the small change. W equal to, now PdV, and this is a very small amount, tends to 0, so W is equal to PdV. Now if we integrate, then we will get P at constant, that is V1 to V2 into dV, so P into V2 minus V1, it is the expression of reversible work. Now for isothermal change, that is at constant temperature and constant pressure also, so at constant temperature and pressure, we should apply the ideal gas equation. So PV equal to nRT, P equal to nRT by V. Now we should follow here PdV, that is P equal to nRT by V into dV. W equal to, now nRT into dV by V, so equal to nRT ln V. Here we should give the integral V1 to V2, V1 to V2, ln V, V1 to V2, so nRT ln V2 by V1, that is the W. It is the expression of isothermal reversible work. So the expression for isothermal reversible work is W equal to nRT ln V2 by V1, and the expression for the irreversible is, expression for irreversible process, W equal to P into dV, or P2 into V2 minus V1, and irreversible work, W irreversible equal to P into V2 minus V1, because this is in macroscopic amount, and W reversible, it is nRT ln V2 by V1. So this is the expression of work for isothermal reversible change and also the irreversible change. Now work done for free expansion. Work done for free expansion. Free expansion. For free expansion, the P external equal to 0, W equal to P external into dV, so W equal to 0. So at free expansion, the W, that is equal to 0. Now if we calculate the change in the internal energy for free expansion, that is the U equal to Q plus W. Now W equal to 0, so it is Q. So change in internal energy for free expansion is equal to the change in the heat content of the system. This is a concept used to make some problems on the latter. Next, for another one's function of thermodynamic function, we have discussed it that it is also a state function, and the name of the function is the enthalpy. What is enthalpy? It is generally named, it is also comes from a Greek word, that is enthalpion, which is known as heat content. So enthalpy is the heat content of the system, and the multiplication of pressure and volume, that is of different parameter, would ultimately goes to an energy, that is PV. PV is a terms of energy, and also another one, that is U is also an energy. This is known as internal energy. Now the H, that is enthalpy, H equal to U plus PV. So it is the summation of internal energy plus the pressure volume, that is the work. So enthalpy is represented as H equal to U plus PV. Now change of U at constant volume. Change of U, that means change of internal energy at constant volume. Change of U at constant volume. We know that We know the expression for the work W equal to P into dV. Now dV, that means constant volume, dV equal to 0, so W equal to 0. Now U equal to Q plus W, so W becomes 0, that is QV. So QV equal to U or delta U. It is a important expression, that is QV, that means heat change of a system at constant volume is equal to the change in the internal energy. Heat change at constant volume is the change in internal energy. In the same way, we should get the change of U at constant pressure, then we should follow it, change of U at constant pressure. Change of U at constant pressure. U equal to Q plus work, Q plus P into V2 minus V1 W. Now as it is constant pressure, so the different conditions should be taken. U2 equal to Q2 plus P into V2 minus V1 and U1 equal to Q1 plus P into V2 minus V1. So these are the different conditions. Now U2 minus U1, that is Q2 minus Q1 plus P into delta V. Delta U equal to Q2, that is QP plus P into delta V. Delta U equal to QP plus P into delta V. So it is the expression that QP equal to delta H. So QP equal to delta U plus minus P delta V. So P delta V, it is the expression of work. So del U plus del W. QP, it is the heat content, P into delta V. So it is delta H. So QP is equal to delta H. The QP equal to delta H and QV equal to delta U. QV equal to delta U and QP equal to delta H. This is the two important expression, that is, it is the one is change in internal energy and another one is change in enthalpy. Next, that is the notation of HP or the representation of HP with this sign, that is delta H. When there is exothermic process, delta H is minus VE, and for endothermic process, delta H is equal to plus VE. So it is for exothermic and it is endothermic. This is the representation of H. So in today's class we have discussed on the topic, that is enthalpy and the work for reversible isothermal and irreversible work, and also the reversible and irreversible process. On the next day we will discuss on the heat constants.